Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Q Show podcast. It's so good to have you with us again. In our very first episode, we introduced you to Cuesoft, who we are, what we do, and the exciting future that we are building. Today, we are zooming in one of the most exciting part of that vision, which is talking about Cuesoft Talent Academy. Our theme for today is Inside Cuesoft Talent Academy, from learner to builder. So today we'll be exploring how Cuesoft Talent Academy helps people to grow from curious learners to confident builders. My name is Bolanle Adegwega and I am your host for today. I'm not doing this alone. I'm joining me today is my co-host, Mr. Mubin. Mr. Mubin, you're welcome on the show.
Yeah, thank you, Balanli. Hello, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed the ride. We have a wonderful package for you today.
We also have a very special guest with us today, someone who I have seen that practically lives and breathes Cuesoft Talent Academy. Is always passionate about talking about Cuesoft Talent Academy. Please welcome Mr. Ayanfe Oluyomi. He is the managing director of Cuesoft Talent Academy. Mr. Ayanfe, you're welcome to the Q Show podcast.
Thank you so much. It's such an honor to be here to talk about the wonderful things we do in Cuesoft Talent Academy. Thank you.
All right, thank you. So, without wasting much of our time, I think we should just dive in. So, Mr. Yofe, to start with, I have a lot of questions to ask you, and I'm very sure that Mr. Mubin as well have so many questions to ask you. But then, to start with the basics, I'm just going to go with asking first that for the benefit of people hearing about QSoft Talent Academy for the very first time, how would you describe QSoft Talent Academy?
Okay, in simple terms, Cuesoft Talent Academy, just as the name is an academy for talent. And of course, when we say talent, we are not just referring to people that are expert at it already or people that have been programming or doing something with AI for years now. That's not who we are referring to. We are referring to people that wants to learn, people that have the passion that wants to go from being curious to being capable, that wants to go from a beginner to an expert. So we are not just referring to um, already people that are already good at programming. We are referring to everybody that wants to learn. The only requirement is that you need to be curious, and of course, you need to work towards getting from that stage, from being a beginner to an expert. Though, so that is what Cuesoft's Talent Academy is all about. It's just about training you, walking you through that process. It's about guiding you through that process from beginner to an expert.
Okay, that was a very wonderful intro, Ayofe. And I was quite curious. You mentioned, we've had a lot of, educational institutes teach, tech courses. And so, what's different when it comes to QTA? Like, what gap are you guys feeling in the tech educational space?
Yeah, thank you so much, Mr. Mubin. That's a very good question. And I would like to first start by um, giving you this example or painting this scenario for you. Imagine there is someone that has been that reads a lot, read a book a lot, read everything in there. Let's say there's a book, read everything in that book from, as you like to say, from carton to carton, from the
Hmm.
front page to the last, right?
Yeah.
And person mastered everything. And of course, that's scenario one. Now, imagine someone else that looked at the first page and immediately went out to implement it. Let's, for example, something as simple as um, okay. Now coming back to Cuesoft, or coming back to the world of programming. Let's say someone learns something and then immediately you learn, go and implement. You learn chapter 2, you go and implement. You learn chapter 3, you implement. Now,
Yeah.
between scenario 1, Mr. A, and Mr. B, who do you think at the end of 6 months would be better?
Well, in my experience, definitely the one that implements what he learns.
Awesome. And that is exactly what Cuesoft Talent Academy is all about. We are project based. We won't just teach you theory, or let me say, we are not even more concerned about the theory. We are more concerned about the practical, the hands-on. We are most concerned about the implementation. So we are not theory heavy. We don't go into the theory, or we don't just look at a tool for the week or things like that. What we aim to do is, instead of you just learning and learning and learning, and then um, you figure out that, oh, and then once you're done learning, you see a huge project. We don't do that. What we do is that we train you through the process, through some mini projects that built up. And to just expatiate on that, I'd like to give you this example. So I'm a Python programmer. I've been programming in Python for years now. And when I started learning Python, here is the difficulty I faced. It first started by learn Python, the basics of programming, for loop, while loop, conditional statement, sentinels and the likes. And then I get into functions. I'm able to write my functions, does some simple things. And then I get into, okay, let's even try to analyze some data. And then that would be the beginner stage. Then the next thing I would want to learn is that, okay, how do I even use all of these things I've been learning in real world scenario? And what I find out is that I can't. Because by the time I'm presented with a project of, oh, do a data analysis or figure out this thing about this data, I'm lost.
You don't know what to do.
Exactly. I don't know what to do. So, and this went on for years. I think I went through this loop like 3 to 4 times. I learn
Hmm.
the basics. I don't know what to do. I'm like, maybe I don't know programming enough. I go back, I learn the basic stuff from the beginning. I trade, I get there. Finally, I'm done with the beginners. I'm like, then they're talking about some huge concept. And I'm like, what is this? And that is my experience in learning Python till I came across an idea, okay, that instead of just trying to learn this thing, learn the theory, why don't I just uh, um, have a huge project, no matter how huge, and partition it and start solving those projects solving those partitions one after the other. And then after everything, I bring everything together and it becomes my huge project. And I did that for a couple of projects, and I was amazed at how far my skills have gone from beginner the to an expert. And that is exactly what we aim to do in Cuesoft Talent Academy, Cuesoft Talent Academy. You have a huge project, or there's a huge project, or what you're looking for to accomplish, and basically we divide it for you, because we know that you're a beginner, so you may probably not be able to have accurately be able to divide it yourself. So we divide it for you in mini projects, in mini chunks or mini partitions, and then we present it to you to solve. And while you're solving, you are also learning the concept. You are learning the concept of for loop. Why is for loop essential? You are learning how to use pandas. You are learning how to use NumPy. And you are learning all of these things while you're building the mini project. And at the end of the weeks that you've been with us, you would have been able to complete a project that not only would have improved your skills, right? It will also add to your portfolio, because in one of our tracks you also have to deploy, because we just don't want it to be in your computer, right? You have to deploy it.
Yeah.
You see, and that is one of and so once it adds to your portfolio, it adds to your CV. People can see that you actually are hands-on instead of just being theoretical. And that is the problem we are solving. That's what I'm going to say separate us from the conventional learning pattern out there.
Wow, that's very lovely. Thank you for that answer.
Um, Thank you very much, Mr. Ayanfe. I don't know. I just enjoy listening to because I think that I've had one of those experiences before when there was a time I wanted to switch into tech, and then I was learning. I just realized that I was doing a lot of learning and reading and reading and reading. When the time for me to do the whole practical thing came, I could not do anything, and it just makes me to really relate to to having a training that not only enable me learn but also enable me to practice. Thank you very much, Mr. Ayofe. So that brings me to this question: that who exactly is QTA? Sorry, I like to shorten my words a lot. So or I am talking about Cuesoft Talent Academy. So who exactly is Cuesoft Talent Academy designed for? So in a simpler word, I would say, who do Cuesoft Talent Academy serve?
Okay, thanks for that question. So the first thing I'm going to say is that Cuesoft Talent Academy, first of all, like I mentioned, uh, the requirement is that you should be curious. So the first people Cuesoft Talent Academy serves are curious people. And of course, curious in terms of learning and in terms of improving their skills. That is the umbrella term I'm going to use. Now, to now go, just imagine it as the root and then now the branches. Now, in the branches, the first set I'm going to say is we serve students. Is a student that probably is going through, let's say, studying computer science or any related courses and want to actually know the usefulness of some of the things he's learning. Like, he can come and join Cuesoft Talent Academy. And just to give you an example, I talked about how you can take a huge chunk of project, you break it down into partitions and solve it. And what I described there is just a simple way of solving a problem, which they teach in all computer science courses or related courses, and that's just an algorithm in which you take a chunk of project, you break it down, you solve the partition, and then you assemble it again. Um, so that's a basic thing you learn in computer science. But what about in the implementation, right? So Cuesoft Talent Academy serves that in the sense of what you're learning in class, you can come and implement it
Mm.
during the project, during the time you'll be with us. You can implement those concepts you learn in class. Secondly, is also for people that want to switch their careers. Let's say you've been on some multimedia or if, let's say maybe you've been in animal science or plant science, right? And you want to switch to tech. Of course, if everybody have heard about AI and you want to switch to tech, something in tech, from front end to back end to um, data science to what have you. You want to switch to tech is actually get to watch you because if you remember, I talked about talents taking from beginners to taking you from your beginner stage to an expert stage. So that's also what we take care of. So we relate with you as someone coming from the animal scientist background, and we use that to walk you through. So probably if you're coming from an animal scientist background, the projects that you'll be getting your hands dirty with, and when I say getting your hands dirty, what I mean is that you'll be coding the project will be more related to you or will be surrounding your background in animal science so you can easily relate it. So that's how we will be able to help you as a career, as someone switching your career. Now, thirdly, is a professional who has been working a lot, has his own business and the likes, and is actually seeking to um, automate some things or add some skills to an already existing skills. So probably the person already have an idea of how some of these things work, but want to really get into it. So we serve you, and is a part B of that is someone that has already has like some basics of programming, but is seeking to further improve. Then, of course, if you're talking of that person, we are not going to the person's project will not really be a beginner stage. Person's project will be advanced. So, and thirdly or fourthly, is still related to the uh, point 3B that I mentioned is people that just want a community to grow. Apart from they've learned the basics and they are just seeking to grow. So people like that, we also serve them. So those are the four major category of people I'll say we are targeting, or I'll say we are targeting, or we are focused on for Cuesoft Talent Academy.
Well,
I
that's actually, yeah, that's actually very lovely because being able to like transfer your previous knowledge to, immediately, it's what a lot of people would be interested in. That brings me to my next question, actually. So imagine I'm ready, like I'm pumped up, I've heard everything you said, and I want to like jump right in. Uh, for me now, a junior software developer, I want to quickly jump right in and start earning some cool dollars. How do I do that? What courses are available for me at this stage?
okay. Yeah, so in terms of courses, we actually have diverse courses in our in the academy. Now, diverse courses depending on the track you want to go through. And for example, looking at the example you say, then we just say, okay, maybe look into our front end or back end or DevOps course, which of course we have it right there. You once you get into it, you see the basic concept that is being taught, but since you already have a profound knowledge of that, you can go straight into the advanced, right? And once you go straight to the advanced, you can get your hands dirty. And once you feel comfortable enough, then we'll move you, or should I say, you have the opportunity of joining our Q Labs, which someone after me will talk about in depth. So depending on your level of expertise, we'll be able to place you in either either in the Cuesoft Talent Academy, either of the tracks, any of the tracks, or will depending on your level of expertise, we can recommend you to dev labs. And apart from that, we also have like some courses like AI, using AI for LLM, large language models, using AI for computer vision, data science. We actually have and then even though we are talking about all of these and we try and make it it's going to actually
Yeah.
help you. One thing you should also notice that in case you want to get into the theoretical part, in which you want to get into the mathematics of, let's say, for example, AI, you want to understand the inner workings, we also provide that. So there are diverse courses for you to be able to improve your skills. And apart from that, so just some courses off my head are just the ones I've mentioned, and we work with you from the time you've joined. We access your skills, access your expertise, and we'll, depending on how fast you decide to move, right, then we'll be able to work with you till you get to that stage of expertise that will be able to recommend you to Q Labs to further refine your skills. So
Okay,
yeah.
sorry for just I need to ask a follow-up. So what if like I'm a content creator and I want to start using AI? A fashion designer, I want to start using AI. Like, is there hope for me or there's no hope for
Yes,
me?
yes,
Yeah,
yes, there is. So apart from all the ones I've mentioned, technical details and everything, one of the things
yeah.
we're also releasing as the weeks goes by is AI for you as a business owner. And what I
Mm.
to just expatiate on that is everybody talks about AI, but have we ever asked ourselves this question, or some people we ask themselves this question: what exactly can I use AI for? Is it just to be answering questions, or is it just to be looking things up, and basically it's replacing Google because I can easily search online and it gives me exactly what I want? Is that all? Or is it just for me to have, okay, AI is good, well, I'm using ChatGPT, well, yeah, that's AI, I'm using AI. So is it just that? And the answer is no. It goes beyond that. So part of the things we are part of what we also provide is AI for you as a professional, as a business owner, in which we release a course, or in which once you go through the course, you see how AI can help you streamline your business process. For example, as a fashion designer, you'd be able to easily look at how AI can help you in maybe drawing your sketches, or how AI can help the sketches you've drawn, or maybe a particular design you have. How can you transform
Okay.
that design? How can
Into
you,
like a real product.
yes, or how can a person that is contemplating about a particular design be able to know if the design actually is for him or her? So how can you do all those things? How can you use AI to guesstimate how the design will look like? So those are the things we look at. For example, if you are, let's say you are a farmer, how can you use AI to be able to um, sell your product to people, right? How can you use AI to be able to determine, to be able to remind you or know what is wrong with your crops or plant and
Hmm.
likes? So
Interesting.
basically, you once you go through those courses, you'll be able to, you have a good knowledge of the tools available for you to be able to streamline your work. For example, as a designer, how can AI help you to further um, improve on your design, or to further make your design easily accessible by your customers? So those are the courses that, as a professional, once you go through, you have a profound knowledge of them all, and you can work with AI. So yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's quite impressive, because I'm just thinking, there are different people, and I don't think anyone should be left out of the whole AI craze, as I would like to call it. Um, it sounds very intriguing, and the way you explain this sounds very like authentic and engaging. So I would just like to ask, what are your teaching methods?
Okay.
How do you teach those courses?
So practice first.
Hmm.
But of course, before you practice, you have to know what you want to practice about, right? So, but the way we teach is simply you practicing first, in which we have some task, we have some things you are supposed to achieve that creates a quick win for you. For example,
Hmm.
for a front end designer, we give you a very simple project that we help you to learn the basics of HTML, CSS, and the likes, and then you can easily implement that, and you see it working in real life, and that creates a sense of achievement for you, which will further help you to continue in it. So, and then of course we build on that. So we focus on practice first. Then from there you'll get some reviews back on what you should improve on, what you should work on, where you should focus your energy on for subsequent ones. And then
Okay.
after that, we also have um, you also have the opportunity of mixing with other learners, same as you, that can point you in the right direction of, probably you're missing this, or oh yeah, because maybe a learner will just come up, oh yeah, I found a better way of doing this. Look at my code, or look at what I did, look at my prompt, and it's good. It gave me what I need. Awesome. Everybody can use it, right? So that is part of what we aim to achieve. So it's also geared to, so it's not just that we look at practice first, we also look at a community of learners that can put themselves, that can challenge themselves and answer some of the questions they may have. So that is how basically we teach, or that's how we approach any uh, person that comes to want that wants to learn from us.
Yeah. Okay. That's quite interesting, because yeah, I think for the second time you've really made emphasis on practice first. It's always about practice, because yeah, if you don't practice, you're just like wasting your time. So with so many trainings, like we have a lot of trainings on the internet where you can get all these things. So what separates Cuesoft Talent Academy? Like what makes it different? And what is the secret sauce? They always talk about aura these days. Like what I sign up to Cuesoft now, Talent Academy now, my aura is supposed to like improve, increase. So what's that secret sauce that is Cuesoft Talent Academy?
Okay, so the secret sauce is simply that you we have a community, a close knitted community
Community.
of other learners that you relate with as friends, that you'll be able to approach if you have any issue. And the second secret sauce is that your hands get dirty from the first day. When I say get dirty, I mean you put your hands on the code and start coding from the first day. So those are the two things I'm going to say are the secret sauce. Yeah.
So like we have that hands-on, practical, a very tight and encouraging community and
Mhm.
things like that. Yeah, that's quite a good word. Um, is
Yes.
Bolanle with us now?
Yes, please. I sincerely apologize for that. My internet was messing up.
We need to use AI to solve that.
Okay, I don't know.
I know, right? We need to.
Don't worry. Don't worry. After this, I'll definitely reach out to Mr. Ayanfe so that I can learn more and make sure that this doesn't happen again. Thank you very much, Mr. Ayanfe, for your time. Thank you, Mr. Mubin, for holding things down while I was away shortly. So I don't know if Mr. Mubin asked you something like that, but I think I have a question that I want to ask, and it is that if I sign up with Cuesoft Talent Academy, what do I walk away with? Like, what outcome should I expect? What are the things that change about me? You know, if I sign up with Cuesoft Talent Academy.
Okay, so what to expect and things that will change. Number one is that you would have been able to improve your skills. You'd have been able to, within a very short period of time, improve your skills. You would have been able to improve your portfolio because all the projects we're giving you to build are something you can add to your portfolio. So that's second one. The third one is that you have a community of learners. You not just learn alone. So we are building a community of learner in which people can come and in which other people can come uh, and learn with themselves as we go.
Okay.
And then yeah, I mean she dropped off. That's okay. Yeah.
I
So
think I'm actually getting the whole vibe, and it's quite intriguing because it's like from you're already getting like the practical skills like from the first day. Like whether
yes.
your niche is fashion designing, content creation, you're already learning how to like boost your productivity from the first day using all these wonderfully curated courses. If
Mhm.
I'm correct.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. So I'll just like to proceed since Banale is not here. So let's talk about the future. What's next like for QTalk Talent Academy? Like what are the innovations, any thrilling plans that we you would like to share?
Yes, I mean, we actually have a lot of interesting stuff coming up, and I've actually entered into some already,
Okay.
and I mean, some are already on the pipeline, ready to be deployed, and I've entered into some, which is that we are making these to be for everybody, everybody, no matter your profession, no matter what you're doing, no matter the level you are at. If you want to learn, you just need to let us know what you want to learn, and you'll be surprised of how much things you going to how much things you learn, right? And one of the major things in with regards to that is that as you've come, once you want to learn, you let us know. No matter the like I give the example of animal science. Let's give another example of which other so diverse or so away. Uh,
History.
which other? I'm trying to remember. Maybe some course, which course does not have anything to do with tech.
Well, there are quite a number of courses that you can think of. Maybe the more art-based courses.
Yeah, yeah,
Yes.
yeah, yeah. For example, if you are in art, how can you use AI to create some animations for yourself? Right. Of
Mm,
course, there are a lot of tools out there, and it's so sad that, especially in Nigeria, there's a lot of things you can do with AI, but people are not aware of them.
yeah.
So that is one of the goal that in future plan that we are making AI to be for everybody, and not just AI, any training to be for everybody. And we are like the CEO would like to say, we are demystifying it. We are making it easy. We are breaking it down for anybody of any level to be able to learn. So even though I've been most of my conversation has been around technical skills and the likes, we should note that it's not just for technical people. The future of Cuesoft Talent Academy is also you as a professional, is also you as any field you find yourself in education, in um, in farming, in animal science, in art, any field you find yourself, there's something for you. And that is what we are aiming to achieve. That is the straight uh, goal, or that's a goal we are aiming to achieve, such that it is make it for everybody. You are confident, you're able to streamline your processes. If you're a marketer, you're able to streamline all your processes into one. If you are just using AI, if you are um, a blogger, you're able to streamline everything into one. You can easily produce your content and move on to other things with AI. And just as we said in the last podcast, what AI helps you to do is to remove the fluff, is to remove things that are not necessary, such that you can concentrate on
On
other
the important
things.
things.
Yes, on the important things. And that is what we aim to do as a future goal in Cuesoft Talent Academy, to be able to bring everything, to be able to demystify everything, such that you can use AI to improve your work process. Yeah, so that's what we're looking at for the future.
Yeah, I'm really pumped. Thank you. Thank you so much for that wonderful explanation. Polale, do you have more questions?
Yes, please. Thank you very much, Mr. Ayanfe, for all the powerful insights that you've shared today, and for more to come. Because I'm very sure that this is not going to be the last time we'll have you on the show. Am I correct?
Nope, it's not.
Definitely not.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Okay, so this brings me to this question. I love that there are different measures for different people, for people that are beginners, for people who have gotten to a point and they're still looking to scale high, looking to scale higher and all of that. I love that. I genuinely love that. So now I'm going to ask for, and I'm sure that there are some people listening to us right now and they're wondering, oh, this Cuesoft Talent Academy, everything the MD has been sharing has been very good and all of that, and they're wondering how they can get started. So I'm going to ask now that for people listening at home and they're wondering how they can get started, how can they get started?
It's simple. Go to our website. So our website, CueTA, that's CUETA Cuesoft, that's Cuesoft.io. So go to our website, you see a form, just is a very simple form, fill it out. We're gonna reach out to you, and then we're gonna ask you some specific questions on things like, what do you want to learn? What is your achievement? What's your background? And based on that, we're gonna give you some task based on your level. We're gonna give you some tasks for you to work with, to accomplish. Of course, some tasks may be similar across groups, whereas some tasks can be specific to you based on your background. And we're going to work with you based on that. And you work with the project. And as you work with the project, you'll be able to see progress. So just to come again, it's simple. You can reach us on cueta.cuesoft.io, or you can send an email to admin@cuesoft.io. And once you send the email, we'll be able to get in touch with you. Yes.
Okay, thank you,
Wonderful.
Mr. Ayanfe. So, for the benefit of people, trying to take their pen and their phones when you were saying it, like they were like, "Oh, please just chill for us. Let me write it down. Can you please repeat?" And then, if you can spell it, some of us, I don't know. So, if you can spell it so that we know how to, because someone like me can just write QTA. I'll just write Q and then TA. So, for the benefit of these people, me inclusive. Please, can you just repeat and then you spell it so that we're able to write it down?
All right. So that will be cueta.cuesoft.io. And to spell that, it's going to be cueta.cuesoft.io. That's the name of our website. If you Google it, if you could Google Cuesoft.io also, you're gonna see it on Google. Google Cuesoft, you're gonna see it on Google, and you can always follow the prompt to get to CueTA, Cuesoft Talent Academy's website. You can sign up right there, and yeah, we'll get in touch with you.
Thank you so much. That was wonderful. This has been a very inspiring session. In case our listeners don't know, Ayanfe is the leading expert in artificial intelligence. So don't sleep on that guy. I'd like to thank you very much, Ayanfe, for making this a very inspiring event, and so much knowledge has been shared today. And I hope our listeners were able to like grasp, you know, even if it's a little of what you said. And to all our listeners as well, we would like to thank you for tuning in. If you have questions, please don't forget to reach out to us on all our social media handles at Qsoft on X, Instagram, and we also have our YouTube channel. Please hit subscribe and like this video. We would like to appreciate you once again, IFF, for making a day with us. I know you're very busy, and we are honored to have you here today.
My pleasure. Thank you for having
Hi,
me.
Mr. Mubin. I'm so sorry to cut you short. So I think we should leave some time for questions to take questions from people. So while we wait for people to drop their question, I want to ask one very last question. I'm sorry for stressing our
Yeah,
guests
sure.
by asking so many questions, but we just have to do it. So right now we are waiting for people to drop their questions. Um, anyway, they're listening. Just drop your questions. If you have anything you want to ask Mr. Ayanfe that we have not asked, please kindly drop your questions right now. Mr. Ayanfe will be very delighted to answer your question. So, my last question that I'm going to ask is that looking ahead, what's next for Cuesoft Talent Academy? Do you have any exciting plans that we should look forward to and all of that? Is there anything?
Yes, yes, a lot of exciting plans. Uh, the most exciting one that I'm pretty sure is for everybody is the fact that no matter your background, no matter your level, all the project or the task will be geared to meet that particular level you find yourself. So, if, for example, if you're an animal science, you have a platform that will be that the we have a platform for you that you can come on to, sign up to, and as an fill in some of your details, and based on those details, it's going to give you task. It's going to break down. It's going to give you a projection on, for example, at the end you'll be able to do some analyses on some animals. Based on that, you'll be able to do some projection. It's going to give you an overview of the project. And once it does that, it's going to now divide it for you per week, projects you can do per week, per section, such that once you're accomplishing those projects, we are working towards having that whole full portfolio, or that project for your portfolio. So that's one of the most exciting thing that I can say, that is for everybody, to everybody that decides to join us. So I'm looking forward. I'm very eager to actually see people join and take advantage of uh, these opportunities. Okay.
Thank you for that. Do we have any questions from our audience? Okay. I guess she's having some network difficulties.
Okay.
Okay. Well, Mr. Ayanfe, thank you so much for this wonderful session. It was really inspiring, and I hope we hope to have you here soon to discuss
Yes.
more about what Cuesoft Talent Academy has to offer.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Thank you so
It will
much.
be my pleasure to be on here again. Probably in the next couple of months, I'm going to come back on here and tell you about some of the people that have enrolled, what they are saying, testimonials, just to give you some feedback.
That would be lovely. That would be lovely. Thank you.
Yes. Right.
Okay. Bye bye. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
See
Thank you
you.
for. Bye.
You're welcome. Bye.